Welcome to KeepItReal Studios, the only channel on YouTube that keeps it real. On the month of September 2024, at UFC 306 Sean O'Malley vs. Merab Dvalishvili, UFC decided to do something different. They had it in a new location, in the Sphere in Las Vegas. And can I say overall, it was such an amazing experience. Even as a person that was watching it from home, just sitting on the couch. I remember when I first turned on the TV, I wasn't even sure if I was on the right channel. But then I was like, oh, this is UFC, man. The Sphere looked absolutely fantastic, man. It was like a mix of a stadium, but also like a theater. And I felt like it just added a whole new element and a whole new experience just to the fighting and just the whole UFC event as a whole. I remember just the commentators being in shock, everyone just being in shock, just the trailers and the promos that they had during the Sphere was such an amazing spectacle, and it was something to behold. Even just watching from TV, I thought it was amazing. So just imagine being there would have been 10 times even better. This just leads me to like my main topic of today's video. I believe that the UFC needs to take advantage of the Sphere. So just looking at WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, every month they have all kinds of different pay-per-views, but the greatest one of them all is WrestleMania. So for the people who aren't really too familiar with like pro wrestling, WrestleMania is basically like the Super Bowl of wrestling. You know, it's the grandest stage of them all. It's the moment where like champions are made, you know, and superstars are born, and it's basically the biggest night of them all. And they just do a lot of amazing matches and amazing moments, and a lot of memories are made on that night. And I feel like this is what the UFC needs to do. I believe that the UFC needs to make the Sphere WrestleMania. Just to elaborate a little bit more, I believe that the UFC really needs to invest in the Sphere, because I feel like it just gives us fight fans something to look forward to. Because for example, just look at it. This year we had UFC 300. So before even any fight was announced, a lot of people were already anticipating it, getting excited for it, because it was obviously a new milestone for the UFC. So now imagine if you just kind of had the Sphere every year. Everybody's going to be looking forward to that. We're going to be looking forward to see the new fights happening. Think about one of your favorite UFC moments and imagine that in the Sphere. Do you know how crazy that would be? Like imagine Leon Edwards knocking out Usman, Conor McGregor knocking out Aldo. If it went down in the Sphere, I feel like the moment and the magnitude of it would just be 10 times better. Overall, I was just a really big fan of the Sphere. I felt like it was just an amazing experience, like just the designs, just the production and the time that went into it. The fact that you could be outside of the Sphere and you could still watch the fights from outside, to me, that was just mind-blowing. Overall, I just thought it was a very amazing spectacle, and that's why I think the UFC should really take their time to invest in it. I do know it does cost a lot of money, time, and production, and Dana White did kind of want it to be like a one-time thing because he was trying to kind of give it to the Mexican fighters to celebrate them. But I feel like they could really invest in this, man, you know, make this like a yearly thing. I feel like it would give a lot of us fight fans something to look forward to, and I feel like it would just sell itself. You know, all they have to do is just work around the card. Let me know how you feel about this. Do you really think the Sphere should make a return? Do you think they should kind of make it like the UFC's WrestleMania? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and don't forget to keep it real.